So we start off by talking about new girls, new everything.
Yes.
So
you mean my new girls? Yeah.
How did you?
I still have no nipples. Sorry to tell you, I don't. And then my girlfriend's like, "Oh,
why would you do that to me with that visual?" Like now I'm trying.
Well, it's like a Barbie doll. Go take a Barbie doll. Look at your Barbie doll. That's what it looked like. And so,
Barbies don't have nipples?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. And
why was that?
I don't know. Why doesn't G.I. Joe have pubic hair? I don't know these things,
true.
Tony.
All right.
But I do know that my girlfriend said you should get a like a tattoo, a 3D tattoo, and one of them showed me hers at the.
On your boobs to make for nipples?
Yeah, and I'm like, who's got time for that?
3D. How does that work?
It looks like a real nipple.
It's like a hologram.
It's like a hologram, and when you touch it, it's smooth.
What if
it's
you have
like
relations?
It's like a Jedi mind. Exactly.
How does that work in relations?
Well, I know there's a rocker right now that he's dating a woman who has that, and he's in a famous band, and
that's interesting.
It doesn't seem to bother him. But my point is that I'm too lazy to sit for a 3D tattoo. Do you know what I mean? It's like not that important to me.
Okay.
Getting my breasts, I was very aggressive. As soon as they told me I had a mammogram, and they were like, well, it looks like cancer. We're going to give you a sonogram.
I saw your Twitter posts and stuff.
Yeah.
You were on it right away.
I went home that day and I called, because I had gone through cancer with Deborah Tate, Sharon Tate's sister. I had found the place in Beverly Hills. I found the doctors. So when I called up, they knew me already. And I said, you're not going to believe this. I just had a mammogram and a sonogram on the same day. And they said cancer. Like they use the C word. Usually you wait for a biopsy.
Usually they wait, yeah.
And I said, let me book my double mastectomy right now. So I booked it that day.
How
and it was, I had it 2 weeks later. So
how
I went
tough
from,
was that? Were you nervous that you?
No, not tough, because I have 2 kids. I'm like, chop them off. I don't care. They've served me well. I've been in men's magazines.
They did serve
I
you
fed
well.
my kids with them. They work
literally and figuratively. Actually,
absolutely. And so I said, who needs snips now? I'm not going to be feeding anybody.
But were you nervous about doing it too quickly?
No.
No?
I have 2 kids.
I don't know anything about it. I'm just asking.
So I had a 9 and 11-year-old at home, and all I could think about was their faces, and I was like, take them out, get rid of them. And then people were like, oh, you should get a second opinion. Why? So the cancer can spread? No.
Okay.
Good, get it out of me. It was in my lymph nodes, so they took that out, and there was no question for me. And I said, pump the chemo into me. Remember, chemo is your friend, I said? It's killing the cancer. And I made peace with it right away.
That's interesting. I was going to ask you about your attitude. Your attitude was very good on it. You were very aggressive, positive. And you were very public about it.
Very.
Why?
I want to help other women. I don't want them to wait on it. I don't want them to think, oh, it's not going to happen to me. It happens to 1 in 8, and then it returns to 1 in 4. So even if, people go, oh, now you have a double, and then you don't need to get mammograms anymore. I'm like, no, it can come back with a vengeance. Yeah. And when it does, it usually is stage 4.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah. So I'm very, very adamant about women getting, because I didn't care. I was like, we started a party. My girlfriend and I we were on the NFL together, and we started this 12 years ago. So we wanted it to be a party. So we call it mammograms and mimosas, because who wants to get a mammogram? You sit there and put your boob in a machine and squish it out. So
but if you got a mimosa, it kind of lessens it a bit.
Exactly. And then it turned in from 4 women to 40 women. And we're sponsored now. We get Nike, and the NFL is very nice, and people give us skincare. So everybody gets like a nice bag at the end of the day. But more importantly, it was my turn last year. Yeah. I was joking. I kept going to the girls, I'm getting a call back, haha. And I was making cocktails and fine. And they kept calling me back, and they're like, we. And then I got a call from my doctor. I'm like, why is my doctor, my general practitioner, calling me? And he says, well, you're handling this really well. And I said, handling what? And he said, cancer. And I'm like, oh, I didn't realize you could tell. I thought I needed a biopsy. And he's like, you have to go tomorrow.
Wow.
Go tomorrow. Do not wait a week.
What is that moment like?
I cried on the way home. I was like, how am I going to tell my kids? How am I going to tell my kids?
Kids make it tough, right?
Yes.
I mean, you can handle it personally, but like now you that, I have to look at their faces and I have to tell them.
Exactly.
Like when my father passed away, it was the first time I had to tell my kids that somebody they truly loved had died.
And he had cancer.
Yeah, and he had cancer. He had pancreatic cancer, stage 4.
That's the worst.
By the way, it's the 4th most deadly cancer and the 25th funded, something like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the funding it's inverted. It's really, really bad.
Oh, that's horrible.
I want to ask you a question. So you very public because you wanted people to help other women. Did it end up helping you as well?
Oh yeah. Because at 3 a.m. I'd wake up with the anxiety of the pending doom, I call it, was like, oh my God, am I going to live or die?
Yeah.
What's going to happen to my kids? And then I would get on Twitter or whatever, social media, and then I would see all these other people on there.
People supported the crap out of you.
Yeah, they're amazing. And we had a little club, and we still do. So, one woman was like, I said, my leg pain is tremendous. Like, I want to chop my legs off. I keep punching my legs because the chemo there's different side effects.
Right.
And they said, and so my doctor gave me painkillers, which did nothing. So I went on Twitter one night and I said, has anyone else had this nerve pain? They're like, gabapentin. And I called my doctor the next day and I said, can I get some gabapentin? Boom,
Bam.
leg pain gone. Yeah, so it's
So
amazing.
how are you today?
I'm doing really well. My hair is starting to grow back. It's probably your length. It's super black, and that's why I got my dark wig, because
That's awesome.
Yeah, I got
Are you
a
gonna
blonde
go blonde again?
I've got a blonde wig too. We'll see. I call it the J-Lo, the Sharon, and then this is my girlfriend, the Kate Del Castillo. I don't know. I'm just gonna let it go natch. It's super dark, and why not?
Figure it out.
And I'm going to obviously get checked
The cancer's
again.
gone?
I'm in remission. I like to say cancer's gone, and the doctor's always like, oh, you're in remission. But yes, I say the cancer's gone. I'm super positive, and look, I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I'm going to eat healthy now, and I'm going to do. No, I just live my life. I don't worry about it.